Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Danny with BlessUP MX. We're here at Munn Racing, KTM, Husqvarna, and Gas. It's a dealership located in Waco, Texas, just about an hour and a half south of Dallas, DFW area, and just about 2 hours and a half west from Houston. So it's a very centralized location for anybody looking to buy a dirt bike, get into racing. They're full-on racing shop. They know everything about racing. They will take really good care of you. So we're here today to pick up a 2023 KTM 65 for Mateus, one of our riders, BlessUP MX rider. So let's see what Munn has. We'll walk you through the shop, talk to Chip, the owner, and see what they're all about so you can get to know them. Chip, you're a local dealer here in just south of DFW, just about 2 hours from Houston. So we're very centralized, and anybody in the area that's looking to get a bike, this is a perfect spot to come. So for all the parents out there that are considering about getting their kids started in motocross, do you have any tips and advices, where to go, what to do, how to get started in the sport?
Well, I think first, you want to be safe. Safety is always number one. You want to get kids protected, a little educated on riding the motorcycle, and kind of get some direction on where to go ride the motorcycle at as well.
Perfect. And as far as maintenance and what it takes for to keep up with keep a dirt bike in good running conditions after. A lot of people don't even know what gasoline goes in it.
That's right. And I think the best thing is get a dealer that's educated, that's kind of done some of the stuff you're looking to do. Mm-hmm. And I think they can educate you. You can see them in the market at events. And I think getting a basic program, when you pick up the bike, we try to educate you and let you know this is what you want to do at this point in time, this is what you want to do at this hour of the motorcycle. And from initial break-in to having the bike for 100 hours, I think you can be educated on a basic maintenance program that makes it fun for the whole family.
Perfect. And Chip, how did you get involved in motocross?
Well, I grew up in the country, so like back then, every kid had a motorcycle. So we had just started up on Saturday morning, go riding.
No video games, just saw your friends riding. Hey, I want to ride too, huh?
That's right. Every other house had a dirt bike, and we had this little area called the hills. We'd go down, and it was probably more grand in my mind back then in 1980 than it is today. It seemed huge, and they probably aren't as big today as they seemed like then as a kid. But just that's it. I mean, riding in the pastures down the road from the house, all my buddies. We meet up on Saturday morning. By the time we got up till ate lunch to take off again, and $1 to fill up your motorcycle back then, to fill it up twice and ride all day till the lights were, or the sun was going down. Then we'd go home and get ready to do it again the next day, especially in the summertime.
Yep,
and
awesome.
Then it grew into, hey, you ought to go out to the local motocross track and race. And kind of parents scratch their head. Well, let's go try it out.
So that's how you got involved in racing.
That's how.
And how old were you? Do you remember?
10.
10.
10 years old. Yeah. In the motorcycle, and then a little later, I guess it was 80, 81, 82 that started to develop us going to the races, riding mini bikes, and yeah, that's probably the best of times because it was new to everybody. It's fun, it's exciting. You don't think about maybe how good you look or how good you want to look. You just want to make sure the bike runs and let's go ride and have fun riding a dirt bike. And them are the best memories I have, is the initial memories of riding a dirt bike, I think.
What has motocross taught you? What have you learned from riding and racing that you take on for your life as an adult?
Well, I think it, like you said, the maintenance before we talked about, so you've got some sense of requirement, sense of discipline maybe in some way, that if you're going to do good at racing, you know, you kind of make it a habit, whatever it may be, so you get good at it and then develop some good skills. And I think racing really kind of helps you interact with other people, you know, take care of your motorcycle, and, you know, try to be in shape. Usually the riders that are racing are in better shape than most. So I think it was a lot of things to take over from racing and being competitive to lifestyle. When you go to work, you show up at the starting line on time, you show up to work on time, right? So it's kind of a carryover. A lot of the stuff does. So that's what makes me a fan of, you know, any kind of organized competition. I think creates that type of can-do attitude and want to do better tomorrow than today attitude. So I think that's great.
What about the motocross community here in Texas?
I think that's what makes the world right for me. Like-minded people. I think motocross and motorcycling is a way of life. It's kind of who you are in a way. You know, it's how I know you and everybody else. It's like all my motorcycle family and friends, and I think the motorcycle community looks out for each other. You know, if you need something or need to borrow something or you need to be educated on something, that group of people, they look after people more than, you know, it's a community I'm involved in. So I'm biased, of course, but I think it's the #1 community in that aspect. The camaraderie of motorcycling is one of the best things as far as the actual riding the motorcycle.
So on the new KTMs or Husky or Gas, whichever one you're getting, when you get a new bike, you're gonna want to do a break-in cycle. So we do 3 15-minute heat cycles. So you're gonna fire it up, let it warm up till your radiators are warm. And when your radiators get warm to the touch, that's when you're gonna ride it around, shift it through the gears. Just kind of, you don't really want to flog it, you just kind of want to ride it, be easy on it. And then when you say you ride for about 15 to 20 minutes, you're gonna come back to the truck or the shop or wherever and park it, let it cool till the motor's cool to the touch. So if you touch the motor and it's cool to the touch, that's when you want to fire it up and do your second. And you repeat that process 3 times. That's going to be the main break-in process on the new on your new motorcycle. Suspension usually takes about 4 hours to break in, so you just ride it around. Check your air pressure in your fork, since these are air forks. Ride it around. You're going to set your pressure at what you need. So usually Big Dan or me will let you know what your fork pressure needs to be when you get to the shop to pick up your new ride. So about after 4 hours, that's when you want to set your sag, because that's when the suspension is fully broken in. On these 65s, your oil drain plug is going to be right here under the shifter. So it's going to be, you're going to drain it there. Right there's going to be your drain plug. Turn your gas on is here, and your choke is here. So when you turn your gas on, you're just going to run this all the way out until it stops. And turn your choke on. Push it down, which pulls a lever over here, which pulls the choke up. When you're ready to turn the choke off, just pull it right back up. Turn your gas off after you ride. And then on the other side over here is your oil fill. Just pop that out, put your oil fill in there.